In a burst of spontaneity, I decided to make a video. This one's just going to be about making your character, monsters, and anything invulnerable using object collision and arcade platformer as a example. So here we have the backup I made, which is the original from arcade platformer with the edits I put down for adding the monster weapon. So the real edit here is just this. Currently, from a previous video, we showed how to make the monster weapons work. So then here's the current edits I just made. What we're going to do is I made an invulnerability flip for the player, so the player can be invulnerable whenever you flip it. That's on the action steps. Down here, made one for the monster to be invulnerable against the player weapon. Down here, made the monster invulnerable against the player. If the player, say, collided with the monster and would kill the monster, this would make it so it wouldn't happen. This is your choice. It might be different for your thing. This is just showing where on the script and stuff like that this would happen. This would make the monster weapon immune to the player. So that would make it so the monster weapon wouldn't destroy. Normally the monster weapon on collision with the player would just destroy itself. This would make the monster weapon actually skip that collision and go right down to here. To skip collision like everything else. Anyway, so there's the ends of those edits, and then I just wanted to show that in action. So the edit here for monster or for player invulnerability. Test this, I made a dummy stage. Player. Alright. So we're going to make this flag be invulnerability. That's this flag. If you want to make it a different one, you just change the number. So like that would be the first one would be 1. This would be the second one. I believe that would be 3. Then you would like basically, I believe, start over. So like that would be 4. I think something like that. Either way, that's the flag for it. So that we have the flag for the player to be invulnerable. There you go. Now to test that works, doesn't work, just turn it right back off again. Anyway, there's that. Gonna rename it really quick. just to show how to do that. I actually did that earlier. I just undid it for the video for us to show everybody in case you don't know or forgot. Or you can name it Invincible. Anyway, so then we're going to go to the monster. We got a slime on this stage. And in my game, I have slimes. They only have 2 steps, and then they have their stunned step. I don't have a death step or anything like that currently. Make him so he's invulnerable. Now with that invulnerability, as I was saying, that extends from player weapon. So I'm gonna throw the weapon, and then also if it would have died when it collided with the player, also would be immune to that. So we're gonna test that. Player's still okay. I forgot when I got done doing mine. I copied the script from yours back to mine. So when I copied mine into the game, it's running that script. I never put this line back in because in my game, the player gets hurt by the monster collision. This would make the monster immune to the collision, but then the player would still be immune to the monster collision. So if you want the monster to still hurt the player, you'd want to put that line in there to still affect. It's not the same as all this because this would be like, say your player still killed the monster and did all that other stuff. That would be all here too. It's I'll show it. Just you know, it's easier to just show than tell. Sometimes it's the other way around. Anyway, I copy that back in there for you. So right here, I just put that in there. For you, I'm just gonna comment that out. If you're having problems with that, then just know that you just need to fix that. Here's testing that working. Um, there's kind of, without taking forever to show you, there's no real way to test it not working, because then I would like something like that. I had to put a line like that down here, or whatever, or up here to show you, like right here or something. Um, I don't, feel like doing that. I already showed you the weapon collision with the monster makes the monster immune. Um, Normally you would have it destroy the weapon. So if you wanted to make the monster immune and destroy the weapon when it hits the monster instead of passing through, you could do the monster collision. The hurt monster from do hurt monster something like this. JSR do hit a hurt monster. and then you would have that happen um, to show the monster being destroyed, etc. Anyway, so with that working, that means that you can make your monsters in certain steps immune to the player and make them immune to weapons, stuff like that. Because, see, I took it off. Oh, it's running a little long, I'm sorry. Took it off and left the weapon kills the monster. Just does destroy me. Um, I don't have a thing for that from right there in the script. Sorry, it took me a second to look for it. Like I said, I didn't write any of this down or pre-do any of this. Anyway, this was just trying to be a quick video. It ended up taking a little while longer. But with script like this or showing where the edits go, um, you can have a copy of the script. Joe talks about it in some of the tutorials about making the player or the monster in certain steps immune to weapons, collisions, stuff like that. That's essentially what this is. This is just like a different version of that similar stuff. Basic, same concept, logic, similar scripting, almost identical. It's just goes to skip collision, skip collision, and the next skip collision goes to next skip collision, goes to next skip collision, next skip collision, next skip collision. So it does all those checks. Um, yeah. And what I did was I commented out this. This was in the original script. This just shows what Joe did for the death and vulnerability state for the player. So what it's doing is um same thing essentially. I just have it checking the object vulnerability instead of action step. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye.